Right, thank you for taking time for watching this video that you're about to watch. Now, I'd love you all to subscribe to my channel. Let's get the subscribers up. But one of my favourite and most loyal subscribers is one of my daughters, who she's just made this for me. Look at that. What does it say?
Subscribe to Colin.
So what do you want the people to do?
To subscribe to my daddy.
Good morning, internet, and welcome back to the channel. Let's just get your turn round, right? I hope you're all well, and I hope everyone has got through this this storm that we had. Now today is a bit different. I'm not working on the bikes. In fact, yeah, let me just show you. Everything really is in exactly the same position. Nothing's changed. Look, everything's where it was. There's been no work done on the bikes at all, and of course, the basic reason for that is that we're quite straight. This is, you know, you don't really think that things like this happen in your life is like something out of a movie, in it, I suppose. You know, when you're not used to this sort of thing. But so Wednesday evening, you know, we're all sat down. I don't know, it was about 6:30 or something, and I think round us was about 4 mobiles. I got my mobile phone, the wife had got hers, the 2 eldest kids had got theirs, and we just sat there, and all of a sudden we hear this like siren noise, and we're all looking at each other thinking, where's this coming from? And it was quite loud, and then we realised that it was our phones, and on our phones was like a big triangle, you know, and it was warning. And it's quite scary, isn't it? Because I didn't even know the phones could do that. I mean, I hadn't got a clue, you know. I suppose really, you know, we should all read the instructions. And so we sort of look at, you know, there's a message with it, you know, and it's saying don't go outside, don't do this, don't do that this storm's coming, and risk to life and damage to properties and everything else. And, you know, it's quite, because you're not used to this, are you? You know, you're just not used to it. And so, yeah, the storm arrived. It actually got here, the main storm was, I think it was about 2 o'clock. In the morning, and it was pretty horrendous, you know. Where I live, which is Finisterre, obviously we're coastal. Anybody that, you know, follows my channel, you've seen me ride around, so, you know, we're coastal, so we really took quite a battering. Us here as a family, we didn't, we escaped, so lucky, you know. We had a little bit of damage. We had a bit of damage to our shed, and we've got one of these wind out sun canopies, you know, for the summer that comes out. Well, we haven't got one of them anymore. It literally just blew that straight off the wall, you know, and that's no lightweight. That's a big heavy bit of kit. But in our village alone here, you know, there's power cables down. Some guy had his roof literally ripped the roof off. I mean, the whole village, you know, was covered in slates, and, you know, the next morning we're walking around thinking, where's all these slates come from? This guy's lost his roof, and there's a couple of roofs gone over there. Oh, trees that are literally just snapped in half, power cables down. And that's all round this area. I mean, the roads were impassable. It was just a nightmare, you know. And so this was Wednesday night, and we lost the power. We actually lost the power at about 9 o'clock Wednesday night, and the internet, everything went. And so last night at about, I think it was about 8:30, we actually got the power back and the internet back. Now, as I'm actually talking to you now, we've got the power is still on. But for some unknown reason, at about 8:15 this morning, we completely lost the internet. It just went. We've got no internet at all. So I'm doing this video now. When I'll be able to stick it out, who knows? So the devastation, you know, we went a ride round yesterday, you know, and of course there's been a big tidy up operation, but the place is still a mess. But you know what? And it's strange really, because people that follow me, and when I go on my bike rides, you know, around here, and you don't realise this because you never have to think about it really, but you ride down these roads, you know, and there's all these nice trees overhanging, you know, and leading into the roads. And of course, through all these trees, there's all the power cables and all the telephone lines and everything else. And then you get a storm come like that, and the trees literally, I mean, we've lost so many trees. But of course, every time a tree comes down, it takes the cables with it, doesn't it? You know, so it's not just one here and one there. There's literally cables, power lines down everywhere, you know. And so you sort of got to think to yourself, is anybody going to learn a lesson? Because according to the world scientists, these storms are going to get worse. They're going to become more frequent, you know. So, you know, who's responsible for these trees? I mean, most of them grow out the fields. So is it the farmers? Is it their responsibility? Is it the council's responsibility? Somebody somewhere needs to take a bit of stock of this and say, you know, I mean, okay, for us, it wasn't too bad, as I said, and we're a young family. We go camping, so we got loads of camping stuff. We've got rechargeable lanterns, which we always keep charged up. We've got cookers, so we didn't suffer, to be fair, you know. Yeah, it's inconvenient, but oops, so what? But what about the old people? What about people on their own? What about people that can't cook? What about people that got no heat? We've got a log burner. We kept nice and warm. There was no problem. It's not that simple for everyone, you know. The community spirit was great. People were out there, chainsaws, cutting things up. We was all moving things. So, yeah. But it's down to the governments. You know, the Breton, you know, I live in Finisterre, which is a department in the Breton. And there's a huge investment policy now going on that we are getting fibre optic everywhere. They're running all the new cables, right? New posts and new cables. We're not connected yet, but that's what it's going to be. Most of that's gone. It's ripped down everywhere, you know. The new posts are gone, the cables are slashed and all that. They didn't even have a chance to get it working, and it's took down. So what they're going to do? Fix it all again? Wait for the next storm to rip it all down again? Because yesterday, when we was riding round, you know, you sort of look at this and you look at these trees, and yes, they're beautiful, and yes, trees are the lungs of the earth. We get all that. But if you're going to put cables above ground, and I understand to put it, you know, this is rural France, and France is a big country, so to bury everything underground, it would cost a fortune, you know, and I get that. But if you're going to put it above ground, at least move, you know, at least move the tree, or at least trim them back, or do something. The ones that look dodgy, and believe you me, there's a lot of dodgy old trees. Then, you know, something, you would think something needs to be done, you know, because I don't know, it just seems crazy, you know, the investment that they've done to get this up and running, which is not up and running yet, and it's certainly going to be put back now, because like just in this area alone yesterday when we went out a ride, the new fibre optic cable that's all snapped and ripped down with the trees coming down is unbelievable. So, you know, someone's got to go and put it right again and get repaid to do it and put the new post back up. Never mind the power cables, you know. I mean, we're lucky in our village here. We're back on. They got the power on, but there's an house, the last house in our village. There was 4 or 5 trees come down, took his cable, his power cable, which is still down. He's got no power, you know. Again, trees. Yes, we need trees. Of course, we need trees. You know, I'm not. Before everybody says to me, "Well, you need trees." Yes, I'm quite aware we need trees, but we also need power. We also need communication, you know, and so maybe it needs looking at, you know, local authorities, local mairies, you know, in France, you know, every little village or little town has a mairie. Maybe the mairies need to start saying to the farmers, look, if these trees are in your field, you need to make sure they're either safe or they're trimmed back that they can't cause. It shouldn't be a problem, really, should it? I mean, you know, wake up somebody and let's get it sorted. They probably won't, but still, never mind. It's so laid back in, you know, rural life, you know. They'll all get it back on, and as long as they can go up and get the French stick the next morning, no one will really give a damn till the next storm. And apparently, and I don't know whether this is absolutely true or not, but there's another one coming. It's supposed to hit us, I think it's the 17th of this month, although how they can predict that, I really don't know. But that's beside the point. And it's supposed to be worse than this one, so I don't know. We will have to see. So basically, that was it really, just a let you know I'm still here, and just a quick chat. No, you know, I mean, obviously I'm still waiting. As I think I said, the oil filters have arrived for the Meteor. I haven't done any work in here because, you know, it's been dark, the weather's been awful. The last thing that I'm really worried about right now is working on the bikes, although that will restart. I'm still waiting for bits and pieces for it to come. But getting back to normal is far more important, which slowly but surely we are. So yeah, I think that's it really. It was really sad. Apparently 2 people lost their lives in the storm. One person was sucked out of a window, which, you know, believe you me, the damage that was done, windows that were sucked out of buildings here was unbelievable. So yeah, and the warning did say do not go anywhere near windows, but of course people, you know, people do. I did it. I'm looking out the window thinking, oh, but I wasn't in a, apparently this was in an apartment block. And another person was killed driving a truck trying to help people with a fallen tree. So it's so sad, you know, that there's a loss of life, you know, in any situation like this, but still. But yeah, so that's it. So I hope everyone else is okay. I know the UK took a bit of a battering, but I think it was more rain-wise. And I think Normandy got it quite a gusty bit, but Finisterre and the Breton, you know, we really did take one hell of a beating, you know, and yeah, but we, you know, we're here to live another day, as I say. So I hope everyone's well. I hope where you are, you know, you fine and hopefully okay. Yeah, so until the next one, which I think will be, I'd love to get out and do a ride round, you know, and because there's still, you know, it's still a bit chaotic out there, but the roads are that bad and the rain and the wind is that bad. So what's the point? They don't want another casualty on the road that someone's got to come and rescue. Not that they probably would rescue, they'd probably say, well, we're leaving there. Anyway, okay, right, so until the next one, take care, look after yourself, see you soon. Bye for now.